Okay, we're here to discuss the peer-reviewed research journal article project. It's a two-part project. The very first part is simply finding a peer-reviewed research journal article and submitting it. So, what is a peer-reviewed research journal article? Here is an example of one. This is an article that peers have reviewed, peers meaning experts in that particular field, and it is research that they've conducted about a topic that they're interested in. So this example provides some of the parts that you will find on every peer-reviewed research journal article. So notice there's a title. There are multiple authors listed. This is one of those hints that really help you to know if you found the correct article or not. If there's only one author, that's not likely to be a peer-reviewed article. Typically, peers, meaning multiple, work together on these. It includes an abstract, which is like a summary that's a short wrap-up of the article itself. It's a place to start so you know if you want to read the entire article or not. It usually starts with an introduction, includes a published date, so you should be able to find where and when that article was published. Remember, articles can't be super old for this. They need to be within the last 10 years. There's a materials and methods section. This section tells you how the experiment was performed, and if you wanted to, you could do the exact same experiment. There is a results section. This is where it just gives you all of the data, straight data. Then there is typically a conclusion, discussion, summary, depends on the article how it's worded, but this is a wrap-up. And then at the very bottom, there are a list of resources. And so this list tends to be pretty long, and it lists all the resources that this author used to help write this paper. So these are some of the things you want to look for when you're looking at articles to help you decipher which ones are or are not. So where do we find these? The first and easiest way is through the NMC library. So there's a couple ways you can go to getting there, but the easiest way is by going to Moodle. And I'm going to click NMC Online Moodle Home and take me to the opening Moodle page. Scroll down and we get here to where it says EBSCO Host Online Library. Here is the information you're going to need. It's the username and password. This changes each semester and even throughout the semester sometimes. So you'll get here and it'll give you the correct information you need to log in. You'll click, and when you click, you'll type in that information. Once you are in, then you'll go here to General References, Magazines, Journals, and eBooks. Journals are what we're looking for. You can pick out specific journals that you want to choose. Selecting all gives you all the databases. The downside to that is you get a lot of information back. So now we get into the good part. This isn't like Google. You're not going to type in phrases like why is the sky blue? You're going to type in specific words that are what you're looking for. So, for example, if I want to know about different types of cartilage growth, cartilage is that soft tissue between your knees and throughout your body, it's in all of your joints. Cartilage regeneration. Gave me some ideas, but notice that there are over 1,000 different results. So I also want to type in and me because that's what I'm interested in. Okay, that narrows my results down to 300. Now over here on this side, we can do some other limitations. So I have full text, which is important. You might type in peer-reviewed. Also want to look at dates. Notice you don't want it to be further back than 10 years, so I am going to move my dates. And you can do all different types of factors to narrow down your results. So I'm going to click on this first one. And this gives me the abstract, which is great, but the abstract isn't the entire article. So while this is a great place to read and say, is this an article that I do want to read? Here I can get the PDF full text. You can save it to your Google Drive over here. But I have to get that PDF to use. So let's see. There is a title, there are multiple authors, there is an abstract, an introduction, a methods section. Excellent. Go further down. There is references, and there's a lot of them, so that's all a good sign. So this might be the article that I choose, but you'll choose your article based on your interests. So this is one way to choose. Another is to use Google Scholar, which is through the regular Google website. And this is more similar, but again, you're going to be typing similarly to what we did on EBSCO. So again, I might type in knee and cartilage growth. And over here on the left side, again, we can do some parameters to help us narrow down our search. And so I want knee cartilage repair and restoration. Okay, I click get access. Now it starts asking me a bunch of questions. No, I do not want to pay for this, so I'm going to pick a different article. I'm not asking you to pay for anything. Articles can be very expensive, up to $50 for one article. You could take this exact title and try to find it on the EBSCO host. So let's look for a different article. Notice it's asking us to buy the article, so we are not going to choose this article. We're going to go back and pick again. Again, it wants us to purchase, so we're not going to go with this. You can sort through Google Scholar and find ones that are free. Again, this is an option, but the school articles through EBSCO host are all 100% free. Another option to find articles is PubMed, and again, this is going to be very similar to the other two. So, knee and cartilage. All right. And so here we're going to put free full text is what we're looking for. Last 10 years. Then we're going to find an article that we are interested in. Okay, so I look here, and on the side, see this free full text. That's what we're looking for, right? There is an abstract, there is methods, there are results, there are conclusion. Let's see that. Are there a big long list of references? That's that last piece that we're looking for. And look at that, there sure is. So you can get this, there are all those references. You can get that list at the top. There, you can get an actual PDF over here on the side. So now that you have your article, you want to read through it and find out if this is an article that you are passionate about, right? And make sure you can read through it and you are able to understand some of it, okay? You don't have to understand everything about it, but you do need to understand it at least to some extent, okay? And then the second part is where you're actually going to review the article. So for that article review, you need to have some findings. So what is it that they found out from doing this research? So did they find out that they could regrow cartilage for the knee? If so, what were they using to do it? So what did this article find out? That's the first part. you're going to be looking up articles related to vaccines or immunizations. And so you're going to tell me the type of vaccines that you were looking up. And then you're going to tell me 3 words that you had to research in order to read this article. Because here's the thing about research. It uses a lot of jargon. And jargon is essentially words that are very specific to that field. And so you have to look up a lot of words in order to understand it. So you're going to define at least 3 words that you had to look up in your own words. And then it needs to be written in a professional quality. And you'll submit all of that as your part 2. So make sure to read through all these directions for this. And happy researching. And I hope you enjoy looking up and getting more comfortable with first-hand research.